Okay, so AI music is taking over the industry. It's a big deal because honestly, I think if you make music on a computer, you're fucked within the next like 8 to 10 years. But anyway, Bolo, the producer, is going to give his take on it. Will AI take over the music industry? Make sure to like and subscribe, and let's get to it.
Okay, so a lot of you guys have hit me up and you've asked me, what do I think about the whole AI situation in the music industry? And if you feel that AI will take over the music industry.
Yes.
Well, I'm here to tell you this.
It will.
Yes, I believe AI at some point will take over the music industry. I don't believe in my lifetime, but I think it will happen. And I think it will have a dominant presence in the music industry.
Your lifetime, I think it's going to happen within the next 8 years. Seriously. Within the next 8 to 10 years, AI is going to take over the music industry. It's going to be the new standard.
Music industry. But one thing AI will never take over is the human aspect of creation. Because one thing humans are going to do, we're going to defend our art at any means necessary. Bolo!
We got to kind of... This video is about music industry. If y'all don't know, the music industry's goal is to create a source of income from music, from art. So if people are making these awesome tracks that are just going viral and stuff off of these AI tools, do you really think they give a fuck about the artsy fartsy type shit? Oh my God, he's playing a pentatonic scale, E minor, C sharp. No, it's like, does the song sound good? To people like you and me, like if you're like a creative, like an artist, a musician, whatever, yeah, we kind of, I guess, care about that stuff. But to the 99% of the people that buy the music, that go to the concerts, they don't care. They don't care about none of that shit, bro. As long as the songs sound good, that's all they care about.
Before we get started, if you guys need some equipment, go ahead and click that link in the description and go to zounds.com. But click that link that I have right here in the description. That way you guys can go ahead and pick up some equipment with no credit or background check.
Nice.
Now they'll go ahead and ship it over to you. You can go ahead and use it and you can just pay it off over some time. Now it's not all the stuff on the site, but it's a lot of stuff on the site. So if you want to get something today, you can go ahead and click that link in the description, go to zounds.com and get it right now.
Go check it out. Zounds is actually pretty cool. But the thing about it is Zounds is a very useful resource. You can literally get like $3,000, $4,000 mixers mailed to you immediately with no money down, no credit check apparently. And it's kind of crazy because a lot of DJs and producers I know are fucking broke, and they're be taking out these $9,000 loans on this DJ equipment and shit. It's like, bro. But anyway, Zounds is a good site. I definitely recommend it. Just make sure you pay your bills because they will get on your ass.
So if you guys need some drums to make your beats hit a little bit harder, go ahead and click that link in the description and get my drum kits. They actually sound pretty cool.
Guys, we're going to get to it, man. We got to show him some love. You know, we're reviewing his video, so we got to make sure we, give all of his shout outs in there as well. So
believe they will help you out. If you want to hear some of my drums, go ahead and click on some of my older videos where you can see me making beats, and on all those videos I use my drum kit so you guys can decide if you want to get them or not. So if you want to go ahead and get them, go ahead and click that link in the description right now and get my drum kits. They're only like $10 a kit.
Okay.
All right, it is late February 2023, and all you hear about is AI, artificial intelligence. And of course, a lot of musicians are like, yo, what's going on with the music industry? Is the music industry going to be dominated by AI technology? And me being honest, I'm just going to say it straight up. The music industry is a business. They are out to make money and make gains. And do I feel that AI is going to be a power player in the music industry? Yes, I do, because that's what the music industry is for. They're there to make money. However, as the human creator, we're still going to create either way. And there's going to be loyal people to the human creation no matter how far AI goes.
Bro, yeah. He's right about that. There's going to be people loyal to the craft, loyal to the soil. But think about this, man. It's music industry. This video is about the music industry. Do you think the music industry really cares about that small community that just likes that natural feel? You know what I'm saying? Like if it's making money, yeah, they'll promote that. But if they could promote the AI stuff for way cheaper and it brings them a lot of profit, they don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because think about this, man. Like I said earlier, artsy people like you and I, if you are creative, we care about the authenticity of music. Everybody else who just buys music, riding to work back and forth, listening to the radio, they don't care that your guitar has 6 strings on it. They don't give a fuck about that shit. They just want to hear good music. And I'm going to be honest with y'all, man. Look at his studio. His studio looks amazing. There's going to come a point in time where the AI is going to take over, because you can have this studio equipment like he has here. It looks amazing, but I love his studio. To make a solid Grammy level type song using this equipment here, it might take you like a couple months. And you have to probably train a couple years on each instrument to even just be at basic level. I mean, to master it, you need 20,000 hours. But if the AI is getting so good where you could just get on your phone and just tell it something and write a prompt, and it can make you a song that's almost just as good as something that, you know, people are using instruments to make. I mean, shit, it don't even have to be good. The song could be something that's attractive. It could just go viral. Like, that song will go viral, and the shit that you spent months in the studio making only gets like 1,000 views off of YouTube. Meanwhile, the kid that's on his phone, hey, make me a song about frogs crossing the road or some shit like that, and it goes viral. And he made the song in 5 minutes. Where the value? You know, what do you think the music industry is gonna push more? The song that took 5 minutes is making like $1 million a day, or you being in the studio with all these instruments practicing for 20,000 hours, and it took you like 3 months to make one song, and they had to put money down for the features, the sampling, all that shit, the mixing and mastering. It took a lot of money to make it. Meanwhile, Jimmy over here made a song that's literally going viral, racking up millions and millions of views, and it took him 5 minutes using AI.
Because over the years, over the decades, over the centuries, one thing that humans have always done is revolt against anything that has an attack on the human form of art.
You can revoke all you want. When it comes to revoking against like an art, it's never going to win, because the consumer is going to buy what they want. You can't force people to like what you like, bro. Now, you can force people to, like, if they need water and resources, gasoline, food, groceries, that's different. But art, don't nobody give a fuck about people saying, man, you gotta go support the artist, support, you know, if you, oh my goodness. In Denton, Texas, you gotta look it up. It's a very musical city. And when I was in college, there's a lot of artists that were like in bands and stuff, and they would always go around saying like, oh, you know, our band is different. We don't play pop music. We don't do cover bands. We don't do none of that. I'm like, okay, like, you know, that's cool. Like, your band is different. Like, that's dope. But you have no fucking people at this venue. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like 6 of y'all in the band. There's like 10 people in the fucking audience, and half of them are your girlfriends. You know what I'm saying? Meanwhile, the pop cover bands that y'all hate on, they're touring Texas. Each person in that band's making at least $1,500 a night. And you motherfuckers is barely paying your student loan. So what I'm saying? So you can't make people like art just because you think it's authentic and they have to appreciate it. You can't do that shit.
Thing I know, they're in history books, they're in stories passed down from generations and generations. And one thing about it is, as humans, we do not like when people fuck with our art, regardless of what it is. And just to be honest, when I've heard a lot of stuff that people put online about, you know, AI technology, even creating songs and stuff like that, like they actually had one thing where I seen a guy actually made a whole song using just AI technology, and he just typed it in and he said make like a Drake record, and it came out a Drake record, and it was pretty cool. But it wasn't the dopest thing I heard, because as humans, we view things subjectively. One person might like it, the next person might not like it. We are subjective animals. That's what we are. You can put up the same picture and half the people will like it and the other half won't like it. That's just how we're wired. That's the way we are, and we evolved like that throughout all the years we've been on this planet. Regardless if the music industry wants to use AI, the human element is always gonna reign supreme. Case in point, there is so much technology out right now.
Man, I get where he's coming from, bro, but at the same time, he's an artist. He's a creative. He's a producer. Of course he's gonna vouch for it. But me as a businessman, I'm also a creative too, and a businessman. I can see it from both ends. And I think AI is going to win this battle. The only way that AI doesn't win this battle is if people just truly start appreciating live music. Because I think I know, AI is going to take over basic EDM music. All the music that you make on your computer using your Fruity Loops, your Reason Adapted Pro Tools, within the next 8 to 10 years, it's going to conquer all that shit. If you play a real instrument, like a guitar, keyboard, you can sing for real, like live. If you can do that, you're going to win. Matter of fact, you're going to thrive. You're going to win because that's going to be recognized as true fucking talent. These dudes over here, they're just making beats and stuff. Oh, I made a beat. Check it out. I mean, even when I was in high school, let me be honest. If you were a guy that made beats in high school, unless you were like already popular off of personality, usually people kind of looked at you like, okay, you're just trying to be a rapper. Like, you know what I mean? It wasn't like, okay, you made a beat on your computer. That's dope. Now, if you did it in person, like showed them in person, oh, here's my beat. Okay, that's kind of cool. But you just emailing somebody a file, I made this. How do I know you really made these? You could have got this off of SoundClick. Y'all remember SoundClick? But how do I know you really made this? I mean, look, I did the drum, man. I'll show you. Man, shut the fuck up. How do I know you really made this beat? Oh, but if you get on a guitar or get on a drum set and you really break it down, okay, that's talent. And in the future, that's really going to make people thrive. Is if you can really play a live instrument, oh man, you're going to be
now where you can just
in
press
the
a
money,
button
for sure.
And some type of technology can either make chords or do whatever you want. But at the end of the day, a lot of the stuff that's coming out that we're listening to and liking, it's all been made by humans. Regardless if you press a button or tell something, it does not mean that you're gonna like it. It might get the job done, but it does not mean you're gonna like it. Just like ChatGPT,
no,
right?
It doesn't mean you're gonna like it.
I actually
they
used
might like
ChatGPT on some titles on my YouTube. It gave some pretty good titles. I even went through and did what the people told me to do, and it gave some impressive titles. But the videos ain't do nothing. It didn't make people click on the videos like that because humans are subjective. They read the title and they probably said, this is something that I like, this is something I don't like. And to be totally honest with you, some of the titles they came with were dope, but it wasn't something that I particularly really liked like that. But I did it anyway as kind of like a social experiment to see if this is something that could actually work. And my conclusion is, it really didn't work for me at all. We can use AI technology to try to get us so far, but it's only going to get us so far because if we're making the
Hold on, y'all. He made this video in 2023. Sorry, it's an older video. It's 2026 now. I guarantee you he's changed his mind on everything he said in this video. And we'll try to find another video how he thinks about this today, but I guarantee you his tone has definitely changed about how he feels about AI and he don't like it. Bro, the tools get exponentially better almost every single week. Seriously. The tools, yeah, they were created by humans, I get it. But they were created to learn themselves. So it's almost like you just release the beast and it's like a black hole that's just constantly going to suck in all the knowledge on its own, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't think people understand, man, this AI stuff, it's not something to really joke about. If you make basic beats, electronic shit on a computer, your career is in jeopardy. Your value is going to diminish. I'm sorry. I'm just going to be totally honest, man. If you make beats on a computer, hey, I sent you a beat. Look at my MP3, I'm sorry. My WAV file, high quality. I don't give a fuck about that, bro. Let me go to this Juno real quick. Make me the dopest Drake beat. 5 minutes later, bing. And it took you like a week to make that shit. Y'all don't understand, humans, bro. It's getting real scary.
Subjective decisions. That's just how this thing works. I have all these keyboards right here, and they all have pianos in them. Great sounding pianos in them. And you can go ahead and tweak them. You can do what you want to do.
Those are some beautiful keyboards, by the way.
Digital. They don't change. You don't have to tune them. You don't have to do nothing. This is basically a robot. Tell it what to do, it's going to respond to it, and it's going to do it. Even though they have several pianos inside of there is no better feeling than to put my hands on a real piano and you hear that thing hitting them strings inside there, and it gives it that real piano tone. Nothing sounds better than the real thing. And that's the same feeling you have with real art.
Not yet. Nothing sounds better than the real thing. Not yet. Not yet. I've heard some AI tracks when the AI music first started, when it was trendy, when it first became trendy a couple years ago. I was like, okay, it was AI. I get it. Okay. Now, I actually have to listen to catch it. Before it was like, okay, within half a second I got it. Now it's like, man, you gotta give me a good like 10, 15 seconds to really, okay, it's AI. Oh, okay, it's not. Or is it? Yeah, man. If you're an artist, you're gonna want that authentic piano sound, the hammer hitting the strings type shit. I get it. But most people just want the record, bro. And if they can get the record with a computer in 5 minutes with a quick and easy prompt, they don't give a fuck about that shit.
As you can see, you can go to any of these huge museums around the world that are world renowned for art. And even to this day, after thousands of years, hundreds of years, we still appreciate real art. Because we as humans are always going to defend what we know is to be real. You have a very small amount of people out here that are developing.
You could defend it, but you probably won't win. Not this one.
This AI technology, feeling.
I think. Let me rephrase that. I don't think if the music community defends this real art versus AI battle, I'm not saying that the real art folks are gonna lose, but you're definitely gonna come out severely wounded. There's no way that AI is not gonna see some victories in this war, for sure. AI is doing amazing right now. It's doing amazing. And it's only going to get better every single second.
The best way for the world. And I mean, it's a very, very small amount of people that are developing this. But the masses, some people are taking to it, but most people are really pushing back because they understand what this is going to bring. Look at what happened with the NFTs. Everybody was like, oh, digital art. This is going to be the thing. This is the way of the future. Everybody needs to get into these NFTs.
Good point.
And what happened? What happened, y'all? Y'all tell me. The reason why I didn't go that far, because it is subjective and it lacked a human element to it. Even though it still was being created by humans, but it still wasn't like traditional art that humans would like.
People didn't buy it for the art. They didn't buy NFTs for the art. Trust me. All the NFTs I've seen are fucking garbage. They bought NFTs because it was money laundering and it was a way that people thought they could make a lot of money. They didn't buy it for art. Nobody I know that bought. I know some people that bought NFTs that put 15,000, 20,000 on. It wasn't the gorilla. It was like the lion. They didn't buy that for art. None of those pictures look good. They bought it because they thought they could flip it in the millions. They thought the value would skyrocket, like Bitcoin, all that. Not Bitcoin, but meme coins, shit like that. They don't buy them because of art. They buy them because they try to get a profit off of it. But it's different than AI music. With AI music, you're getting not really a tangible project because it's audio, but you're getting a project. You're getting like some type of item from that can be used. You're getting a legitimate song that's yours. I mean, I guess if you pay for it, I don't know. Some of these programs probably have like licensing stipulations, but for the most part, you pay for all this AI stuff because none of the good ones are free. Just be honest. You pay for it, you get a good song. It's yours. There you go. But you put in the work to make that song because you had to give it an idea. You had to put in a prompt. You had to tell it what to do. So technically, you kind of made it. But the tool, the musical instrument, was the AI software. NFTs is totally different than that.
Up in paint and stuff like that. You guys know what I'm saying, right? It's the same way with music. I've had people that have came into my studio that has used all
his studio, by the way, looks amazing, man. I like that. I like the keyboards, man. It's dope. Shout out to this brother, bro. Go follow him, man. Bolo, the producer. Let's finish up the video real quick.
To make beats and to try to convince me that this is the way to go. And I'm a witness of actually playing those beats back and they hearing the beats. And some people are like, that's all right. Not nothing I would make, but it's cool. And they're like, no. This is some stuff, man. You can just press one button and it'll randomize it and it'll do it. It's like some AI type of stuff, man. It's like the new age. And then we're kind of like sitting there like, yeah, it's cool, but it's just, to us, or to me personally, I am not really feeling it like that. Yeah. It's all right. But then we'll go in together creatively, maybe 4 or 5 or 6 of us, and come up with something that we all generally like. But it has a human element to it because we were thinking like humans making it. In all actuality, when you're making music, you're making it for humans. You're not making it for computers.
You're making it for humans that will buy it from you. You're making it for humans that will click on your music, your video, your music video, whatever, watch it, give you views, comment, and give you conversions to buy tickets, to get you money. I don't know anybody that makes music unless you just do it strictly for therapy. But if you're investing, and I use the studio as a reference because his studio looks amazing. And those keyboards, I don't know what brand they are, but the one on the top looks kind of familiar with the pads on it. Those 3 keyboards alone, I guarantee was at least like $10,000. Nobody's gonna spend that much money and be like, oh, let me just, throw it up there. If somebody like it, they like it. If they don't, they don't. No, they want people to pay for the music. So if the consumer is willing to pay for AI slop and it actually sounds kind of decent, they're going to buy that, bro.
Saying, right? I hope y'all are not thinking I'm tripping. I'm really trying to say something.
Yeah, I make it for people, but I'm not making it for people that ain't buying shit. I'm making it for the people that will buy it. And if the people won't buy mine but buy the AI shit, then I guess we have a problem. We have a problem. And that's what's going on here. Bro, there's so many people that don't know about music. They don't know about music theory. They can't really tell the difference off bat. Him and I in this video, we could probably tell the difference between a lot of AI stuff. Look at that song, man, by Phoenix Flexing. If you never heard who Phoenix Flexing was, never heard any of his songs, probably didn't even know what he looked like, you would think that that was a real, authentic record. Trust me. But people like him and I, and you, if you are a creative, we caught that off the bat. AI. Oh, beat, AI. Vocals, the chorus came on. The layers, sound kind of AI. Yeah, AI. Got it. Your average listener, I mean, shit. You can reference all the views and numbers it's making. It topped over Drake's album Trio within the first month. Listen, bro. As long as it gets attention, these people will use it. They will rather pay $20 a month for an AI program and crank out a whole bunch of slop as long as it gets their followers up, comments up, views up, gets them all these sales off of iTunes and shit. They would rather do that than to spend years learning a guitar, the keyboard, and then spend months making the song with those instruments for that song to not even fucking chart, for that song to barely even get reshares from your own fucking friends. You know what I'm saying? They'd rather do the AI shit because the risk is extremely low. The time, bro, it's literally like a cheat code. And it's only going to get better and better and better and better and better and better. In 8 to 10 years, this AI stuff might get a little bit more expensive, but they're going to be cranking out crazy. Like, it's going to be like, whoa. Whoa. It's going to come to a point that AI music, it's going to get so good to the point that if you release a song, you have to do a video. You have to. You might even have to do your video on live stream so that people actually, can tell that you're really singing. Because you can make a music video singing over a record. I mean, that's easy, but people might want you to actually sing on live stream. I think that's going to be another part of the future is live stream concerts where you're actually singing on a live stream. It's going to get crazy, y'all.
Yes, the music industry is one thing. They're trying to make as much money as possible. That's what they're there for, and that's their business. You can't really hate on it because, people got to get paid. And some of y'all might say, well, that's not right. Why would they do that? Well, you know, at the end of the day, that's what they want to do. That's what they can do. If they decide to do it, that's their business. They can do what they want to do. But will it survive? That's the thing. Will it survive the human interaction? And that's what I think is not going to happen. I think you can go out.
Granted, he made this video in 2023, y'all. It will survive.
And
it's
program
thriving
whatever
today.
you want to program. But
There are charting songs that are AI, 100%.
Love the sense of being around a human element in a human conversation. Music is a conversation piece. Music is a feeling. Music is something that you go through. And if you take the human element out of that, what do you have? You have something artificial. Humans, the way we're wired, is not going to connect with that. That's why they've had all these artificial people that have come out and they've tried to actually push certain artificial artists out to us, and it still hasn't really popped like that. Now,
something just came to mind, bro. I just mentioned the Phoenix Flexing record. That record, the traction that record got, because the record is 100% AI. That record is the beginning of the end. Think about that. A song that's 100% AI, and the producers and the rapper, they denied it. Actually, the producer came out and he admitted that some of the instruments were AI. He looked like he was high as fuck, but bro, that song is the beginning of the end, because when that song came out, it topped over the highest selling rapper in the world within the first week or whatever. What was it, like a month or something after that song went out? It topped over all of Drake's albums that he dropped. Highest trending, 100% AI. That song is the beginning of the end. It's the beginning of the end, y'all.
You may see some stuff with a couple million views and stuff like that online. Yeah, you might see that from time to time. But as a whole, it is nowhere near what human artists actually make. It's nowhere near. But yeah, the companies are going to try to push it.
Not
because,
yet.
shoot, if they can just get an artist and they don't have to pay any money for studio time.
Not yet. Because the AI, they're going to become the new record labels. Do y'all remember that guy that bought everybody's catalog a few years ago? I think it was like 2021, 2022. It was like this dude who was going around buying like rock bands and rappers. He was like buying up all their catalog for like hundreds of millions of dollars. I'm like, man, this dude's loaded, bro. But think about that. He owns all their catalog. T-Pain sold his catalog. I think he said for like 100 million. And he can't sing none of those songs without their permission because he don't own them. Every time he does a song that gets played on the radio that's one of his, they get all the money. He has to, you know, he can't even make new music. Not for a profit. It's crazy. It's fucking crazy. But think about it. Somebody that bought all that catalog, they have the right to your IP. They have the right to your voice. They can flip that into AI. And I think people like that bought all these artists' catalog, they're seeing the future. They're going to buy that catalog, make a bunch of AI slop remixes, and then that's going to profit. It's crazy.
To pay no money or deal with the artist stuff and just program it to tell it to do what it does. Yeah, you know, they're going to try to make their money. That's what they want to do. But how long is it going to last? I don't think it's going to last.
It's going to last, bro.
Know, I don't want to sit there and watch something fake performing in front of me.
You don't. But I will. He said he doesn't want to watch something fake performing in front of him.
Concert of a fake thing up there. I want to see the real person. And who wants to sit at home listening to something that you know is not real? It's kind of weird. You know, I'm not like 4 years old anymore. Like I want.
Think about this, bro. Gorillaz is my favorite project. I can't say group because there's actually just 2 people involved in it. But Gorillaz is 4 cartoon characters. I would pay to watch that. If they had a concert that was on a fucking movie screen, I would pay to go see that because Gorillaz is fucking awesome. Now think about it. If they had AI back in the day in 2005 and Gorillaz was at their peak, they would be awesome. You know, you would have people paying to see that. It's no different than what's going on today, except, I mean, the instruments and stuff they used back in the day were real, but the characters were not real. They were cartoons. Think about that.
You know, I'm older. I want to see something that's actually real. and I can connect with. You know what I'm saying? Y'all let me know if you think it will happen or if it won't happen. And y'all let me know if this video was something informative to you by hitting that thumbs up. And y'all let me know if this video was educational in a sense. So I hope you guys enjoyed everything.
Like and subscribe.
Like I always say, peace out.
This is a very good video, y'all. Make sure to like and subscribe to his channel. Yeah, man, he's an artist. He's an artist. But I'm also an artist, and I'm also a realist, man. I am very real, and I think AI is going to cripple the music industry. I don't think it's going to kill it, but it's going to cripple it, and it's going to be a lot of adjustments because AI is going to take over music production. If you play electronic music, if you make music off of beat machines, you make beats off of Fruity Loops, Reason Adapted, Pro Tools. If you mix and master using electronic equipment, like you mix and master off of Pro Tools, you're fucked. You're fucked because the consumer is not thinking about, like, let me put something into perspective. Let's say that you have a highway that has a bunch of potholes and there's all these problems going on. Man, all these potholes in the road, all these potholes in the road. And then all of a sudden, you know, they finally fix it. You're not thinking about the cement process, the sanding down, them putting gas into the drill machine. You're not thinking about that. You just want the potholes to get filled. It's the same thing with consumers thinking about music, getting their record mixed and mastered. They just want it to get done. They don't give a fuck about you going to college for 10 years for Full Sail University. They don't give a fuck about that. Can you make this vocal sound like T-Pain or not? Can you make it sound good in general? Oh, yeah, I can. It's going to be $80 an hour. Okay, and then it takes you 2 hours to do it. Whatever, blah, blah, blah. But then they can just throw it in on a fucking website and it does it for like $1. Almost just as good as the trained engineer. They're not going to care about, oh, man, it's not as good, but it's, as long as it's good enough, they will buy it. They don't care about super premium quality if the price point is drastically different. If it's just like a couple notches lower than premium, but it costs me $1 versus paying you $300 fucking dollars, they're gonna do the dollar shit, bro. They're not thinking about that. Artsy people like, you know, you and I, if you are an artist, we will pay that premium. But most other people are not gonna do that, bro. That's why I don't think people understand that, man. I know it sounds scary because I don't want AI to take over. I don't. I do really appreciate authentic music, and I really feel like people should appreciate authentic music more, but they fucking don't, man. They don't. They just want something that sounds good. And you will have a lot of people that play real instruments that will keep their crowds, right? They're going to thrive. They're going to thrive. But beat makers, people that do electronic shit, y'all are about to get fucked in the ass, man. Seriously. So if you can play an instrument, do it. Find some way to change up whatever you're doing and just go for it. Seriously. Because beat making, engineering, using just Pro Tools, all that, I think the engineering part might be the last portion of the digital thing to get crippled, but definitely if you make beats, because here's what I'm predicting. I feel like the AI is going to get so good and it's going to start integrating with software. It's going to integrate with Fruity Loops. It could read all your instruments, analyze your synthesizers, analyze your mixing board, and it can listen to you. You tell it a prompt. Here are my drums, here are my synths, here's my kicks, my hi-hats, my crashes, my effects, my reverbs, all that. You just give it all the tools. The AI goes in there, reads it, makes you a song, and puts the fucking stems on the motherfucker. Like, it'll make you a beat like a beat in FL Studios, bro, with the bars and everything. That's going to happen, bro. I'm speaking that into existence today, and I don't want to, but it is going to happen. It's inevitable, bro. It's going to happen. It's inevitable, bro. It's going to happen. Because right now, I think AI music, it only gives you like an audio file. But like I said, it's going to integrate with your software, and it's going to literally just do it all for you, bro. Oh, Lord Jesus. I don't want this to happen, bro. Trust me. I'm like this guy. I don't want to hear fake music. I don't want to hear that shit. But I look at everybody else around me that's buying it, eating it up like hotcakes. That Rubbers record. Record's not even good, bro. Everybody likes it because it's viral. It's just catchy. It's not good. It's just catchy. But a 5-minute tool did that. So just imagine that tool got better and better and better. And then the song got catchy, but it was also good. With a 5-minute tool, $20 a month, Suno. Bullshit. Yeah, this is crazy, man. Shouts to Bolo, the producer. Subscribe to his channel. I'm gonna put the link to the video in the description, man. Ones and Twos podcast, man. This video hurt to make, bro. It hurt. I'm not gonna lie. I'm just so sad for the music industry, bro. For everybody that really wants to get into this thing, it's strictly gonna be a hobby unless you're famous or have some fame and connections. You in the future, 8 to 10 years, you're not gonna thrive in this shit, bro. Nobody is. It's sad. It's sad, man. But yeah, like and subscribe, man.